Hi everyone, I'm so excited to be bringing you this series of videos. There's going to be 4 of them, and this is the first one in a set of series. And I want to talk to you about your life success, your business success, your career success. In fact, what I'm about to talk to you about could be the difference between you succeeding in life and or in business and not succeeding. What I want to talk to you about, ladies and gentlemen, is your ability to public speak, your ability to communicate in the public, your ability to be able to stand up and deliver a speech, your ability to be able to stand up or to be able to craft a speech that everybody can be able to say, wow, that guy can communicate. Some of you might not know that I have been doing business consulting and high performance for businesses for the last 15 years. And out of those 15 years, in the last 6 years or so, we have been able to double, almost triple, every business we've worked with. We've been able to triple how much they've been able to make in terms of turnover and profit. And one of the things that we have always found is that when you find a business that has got leaders who are great orators, who are great at presenting, it is as good as, it is much easier for us when we get in there. Why? Because they have clarity, they have a way to pass on a message, they have a way to inspire. So today, ladies and gentlemen, I want to talk to you about presentation and platform skills, presentation and communication skills. Why? Because this is one of the most important skills you can have as a human being. It doesn't matter what you do. You know, it has been said, the better presenter will decide whether your children end up on drugs or not. What does that mean? If the drug pusher is much more convincing, much more eloquent, and can present that drugs are better for your children, guess what? Kids are going to end up on drugs. So today, ladies and gentlemen, let me also share with you a few. I think I could give you 10, 20, 30, but I'm going to share with you 11 reasons why you must invest in public speaking. And in this particular video, after that, I will also share with you how can you start. So, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you the 11 reasons why you must invest in public speaking. Number 1, ladies and gentlemen, it builds your self-confidence and self-esteem. I don't know if there's anything as important as that. You know, recently I was out there, I went for training somewhere in Santa Clara, and during the break I was with a lady who was having something to eat and drink, and she was listening to something intently. So I said, hey, what are you listening to? She said, oh, I am listening to an interview. And this interview was, there was a panel of multimillionaires, and the gentleman was asking them questions of how they did it, how did they make it, and was sharing with an audience. So guess what? I asked her, hey, can I just borrow it and listen to it? And I said, no problem. So I borrowed it and I was listening to it as I was walking back to my hotel room. And over and over and over again, they were asked, what made the difference for you? And 4 out of the 5, all of them mentioned the fact that when they worked on their self-esteem and confidence, their ability to make money went up. Their ability to influence more went up. Their ability to get up and motivate teams went up. So, number 1 reason why you must invest, ladies and gentlemen, you must invest in public speaking skills is self-confidence. Even for your children. You know, when you meet, I like to go to schools and I like to meet young men and young women. Some of the most eloquent young men out there who are on top of their classes, they have great ability to present themselves. Why? They're confident, they have self-confidence, they have self-esteem. So, number 1 reason, hey, it builds your self-confidence. Number 2 reason, it will give you an ability to influence the world. Think about it. Not only the world, that could be the bigger picture, some of us are thinking of the world, but you know, influence in your community, influence in your church, influence in your home. If you can present effectively, if you can be able to structure a speech where people are going to listen and they want more of it, of course you're going to have influence. That is the number 2 reason. Number 3 reason, you become an impressive communicator. Are you in business? Are you looking for a job? Are you looking to be a person of essence in your church or anywhere? Think about it. It gives you an ability to be an impressive communicator, where people will listen to you and will get things done. Number 4, you become more comfortable around people. You know, sometimes you will see people who get into a building and they're going to talk to people, and guess what? Some of them cannot even express themselves. they're at the back, they don't want to say anything. Why? They're uncomfortable. Why? They don't have the presentations ability to present themselves. Not only that, but they also are fearful. By the way, if you're fearful of public presentation, you're not alone. There's so many surveys that have been done, but guess what? It is one of those skills that if you got, it begins to break away quite a lot of that. So, number 5, guess what? It gets rid of fear. Your ability to get up on stage, whether it is 20, 30, 40, 100 people, just you having the courage to get up there helps you to get rid of a lot of fears out there in the world. It gives you the courage to get out and face the world with much more courage, much more warrior spirit kind of thing, and hey, you get more results. Number 6, it boosts your personal performance. Think about it. If you're confident, you walk into your office, guess what? You perform better because you're walking around, people believe in you, people are giving tasks, you're completing them. Of course your personal performance is going to go to the next level. Who doesn't want that? Think about it. It doesn't matter where you are. If you're a husband, you're a wife, your personal performance goes up, inevitable your success goes up. Number 7, it differentiates yourself from the competition. If you're in business, for example, if you're a leader and there's so many other middle managers or whatever, you differentiate yourself as a leader who is powerful, who is consistent, who can get out and make things happen. Okay? If you have your own company, your ability to present your ideas, your ability to speak in public totally gets the competition out of the way. So think about it. What do you want to do? Do you want to be with the competition? Do you want to be above the competition? The choice is yours. Number 8, it helps you to build a tribe. It helps you to build a community. It helps you to build a following. We've been blessed in the last, I think in the last 6 years as we've been performing here in this part of the world. We have a community of people who we talk to, who follow us, who want more. It also allows us to learn more from the people. Simply because we have been able to teach, not only teach in public speaking, but to be great presenters ourselves. Well, we say great because of the impact that we have. Number 9, I think it is 9, isn't it? Number 9, it helps you to change the world. Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world right now that needs a lot more people to get out and speak, to get out and inspire, to get out and speak out about what could be wrong, to get out and get people to move, to get out and get people to do what they thought was impossible. We need more people to get out and be able to change the circumstances that we're in at the moment. So learning to be a great public speaker helps you to be able to go on change the world. And then finally, it helps you to contribute to your happiness. Now, some of you might be saying, what? Think about it. The more you can express yourself, the more you can be yourself on stage, the happier you are. By the way, that is a statistic proven by research that the happiest people in the world are people who are very expressive. They're people who like to express themselves all the time, every time. Public speaking gives you that. It gives you the ability to express yourself, which means what you see is what you get. Which means that when you turn up onto something, when you come up somewhere, everybody sees the authentic you. And in doing that, in expressing yourself, your abilities of happiness goes up. And guess what? All of us want to be happy in the world, don't we? Of course we do. So, ladies and gentlemen, there are your 11 reasons why you should invest in public speaking. I don't care where you do it. I don't care how you do it. For you, for your children, for your business, for your family, for everyone that you care about, give them a chance to learn public speaking. Those of you who are mothers, fathers, teach your children public speaking skills. Give them that confidence. Give them a chance to be able to, hey, step up and be the kind of human beings that they can be. So, in part 2 of this particular video, I'm going to now give you a great formula. This is a formula that can help you to not only come up with a presentation, but it can start you on your journey to becoming a great public speaking professional. So, in a little while, we're going to do some magic here. Then I'm going to share with you the 7 must ask questions to help you on your journey to become a great presenter. I'll see you in a bit. Hi, here we go again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is a part where I'm going to share with you a great tool to get you started. A great tool to get you started on your journey to being a great public speaker. And this is a tool that I have used for many years, but I see every great trainer or educator, because I like to call myself a teacher, because it is much more, it gives me much more a feeling of what I do than to just be a public speaker. So this tool, ladies and gentlemen, can help you to start your journey of how you can structure your speeches, to also give you some clarity on what it is you have to do when you get up to speak. So this tool is called, we call it the 7 must-ask questions that help you to start on your journey to being a great speaker. And the 7 questions are used to help you to structure your presentation. The first question you must ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, before you start anything is, why is my topic important? Why is my topic important to this audience? Why does your topic have to be the one that this audience must listen to? When you're preparing for any presentation, ask yourself that question. Why is my topic important to this audience? When you answer that question, you're beginning to give them a reason to listen to you. You know, sometimes people go to these presentations and, you know, they sit down in an audience and the only question that's going on in their mind is, why do I need to listen to this guy? Why do I need to listen to this guy? So if you answer that question from the word go, hey, you've started your journey. The second question is, what specifically is the name of my topic? Why is this important? You know, sometimes you go to presentations and you find people speaking and you sit there for 10, 15, 20 minutes and you actually can't work out what it is they were talking about, because they haven't taken time to answer the what. What specifically are you here to talk about? What is your topic? As we finish, I'll give you some examples of how you can use a formula so that you can get out and, you know, start your journey of becoming a great presenter. The third question, ladies and gentlemen, is how, ladies and gentlemen, how does what you're talking about work? What is a step-by-step guide? How do you break it down so that people can follow the steps of what it is you're teaching them? How? How is it going to work? Because there are certain people in that audience, they don't care about why they're there. All they want to know is, how can I use this in my daily life? How can I use this to make more money? How can I use this to improve my life? So you got to give them the step-by-step way of what it is you're talking to them about, so that they can get out and begin to use. Question number 4, ladies and gentlemen, is what if? What if they started to use what it is you're teaching them? What would their life be like after 10, 15, 20, 30 days, 60 days? What if they started to use what it is you're instructing them to do? How would their life change? In asking yourself that question, when you answer it, guess what? All of a sudden you're beginning to build a great presentation that is answering all the possible questions that your audience might have. It is also good at this stage to ask the what if not. Remember, what if you use and what if you don't use? So what if you're instructing people and you might say, hey, if you do follow what I am saying, this is what will happen. However, if you don't, this is also what might happen. It gives people a great way to think about things and to weigh things and decide, okay, what am I going to do? How, am I or am I not? So that is question number 4. Question number 5, what are the roadblocks that are preventing you from taking the action now? What are those roadblocks that are in the way of your people, the people that you're talking to? What are the roadblocks that could be preventing them from doing what it is you're instructing them? This is a great question, because if you ever do any talks or any speeches and you don't challenge people and you don't ask people about these questions, you're less memorable. Yes, you could have great stories. Yes, you could have a great topic, but you got to help people. You got to help people through on this journey, because yes, there might be some roadblocks, but they're not even aware of those roadblocks. So you help them by asking, hey, what are the roadblocks that are preventing you from taking action right now? And then the 6th question is, what strategies can we come up with to deal with those roadblocks? What strategies can we come up with to help you to deal with the roadblocks that are preventing you from taking the action that you ought to be taking? That's a great question, don't you think? And then finally, question number 7, ladies and gentlemen, is what one action are you going to take today? What one actionable thing are you going to do today to start your journey on what it is I have taught you or what it is you've instructed? Because guess what? If you go out and talk to people and you never challenge them and you just leave it at that, yes, you could be a great orator. Yes, you could have had some great content. But if they're just going to leave it in the room, what's the point? I personally believe that it is always important that you give people a little bit of a challenge. You give people something to work on immediately. Then you're making an impact. Then you're inspiring. Then you're instructing them to be able to go out and change their lives. So in any, some people might say, you know what, I just have a good story. I just want to tell a story. I don't want to challenge people. Hey, if you want to have some more impact, if you want to change the world, if you want to make a difference, you have got to be able to challenge people to be able to take an action immediately. It is Anthony Robbins who says one of the greatest things you can do is to take an action where you have set your goals from. Why? It creates momentum. It gives you an ability to say, okay, now that I've started, I can go on and do what else I have to do. Okay? So, there you go. Those are your 7 questions. Question number 1, why? Question number 2, what am I talking about? Question number 3, how does it work, the step by step? Question number 4, what if you started to work on this subject? What if you didn't start? Question number 5, what are the roadblocks? What are the things that are preventing people from taking action? Question number 6, ladies and gentlemen, what are the strategies to help you overcome the roadblocks? Question number 7, what one actionable item can you do today to help you start on the journey? So there you go. Those are the 7 questions, and like I promised, I could give you, I can give you a quick example of how you can come up with, a quick presentation using these questions. For example, let me speak. Somebody wants to make a presentation on how to, I don't know, sell a pen or how to educate young children, for example. So I could come up and say, okay, why is my topic important? This is how I'm going to go about it. Ladies and gentlemen, the reason why you need to listen to me is that the next generation of our children is the backbone of our survival. So it is important that what I'm going to talk to you about is what is going to make a difference for the next generation. That's my why. What am I talking about today? I am talking about empowering the next generation to be the kind of people who are going to get up and make a difference and take responsibility and do what they ought to do to live a better life. How is it going to happen? Number 1, we're going to teach them to be self-reliant. We're going to teach them past education and give them some real life skills. We're going to make sure they have great self-esteem. We're going to make sure they look after their health. We're going to make sure that they have the right psychology to survive. We're going to make sure that they're extremely productive. Most importantly, we're going to create an environment at home where they can thrive to be who they really are. We're not going to kill their natural abilities. We're not going to say no. We're just going to make sure that they are who they are. That is the how we're going to do it. Ladies and gentlemen, then the question comes, what if we do this? If we do this, ladies and gentlemen, for the next 10, 15, 20 years, we shall have a totally different society. We shall have a society full of life, full of young men and women who are making a difference. We'll have less people on the street without jobs. We'll have more entrepreneurs. We'll have an economy that is booming because we have a generation that has gone to the next level. What if we don't? We will end up with our old age problem of not having anybody to look after us, because guess what? We didn't look after the kids. We didn't inspire them. They depended so much on us, and they have now become totally useless. What are some of the roadblocks that are preventing us? Number 1, some of the roadblocks is our history. For example, the other roadblock is what is demanded of us. We're not taking enough time to invest in our children. The other roadblock is that, hey, maybe our traditional education is not the best, so we got to deal with that. What strategies? This is question number 6. What strategies can we use today? Number 1, let us start to encourage homeschooling. Let us start to encourage our teachers to start to challenge the children in the school environment, but preparing them for the real world out there. Let us start getting our children to read books that they don't read at school. Let us start teaching them things that they do not teach them at school. Hey, What one action are you going to take today? Today, ladies and gentlemen, the one action that I'm going to take is I am going to go to the library and I'm going to buy a book for my son, and the title of the book is called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. There you go. I just broke it down. 7 questions. Now I have gotten my presentation. Now that particular presentation, I could stretch it for a whole day. I could just teach that for a whole day. Or, guess what? I could just teach it in half an hour. Or I could do it just like I've done it now in 2-3 minutes, and we're good to go. So there you go. That is our 7-question step of how you can start your journey of crafting your speeches and becoming a great speaker. So, as usual, if you like this, please leave a comment down there, whether you like it or you don't. We're in the business of growing. Just let us know at the bottom there. And in the next presentation, in the next video, I'm going to share with you how to deal with nerves, how to build your confidence on stage. Whether you have 100 people, whether you have 1,000 people, how do you build that to say, hey, I am going to get on that stage and I am going to rock and roll. And you know, I've been known to be the kind of guy who gets results. I get results because I have been able to learn how to present, most importantly on how to help people to deal with nerves and confidence. So until next time, watch out for the next video in your email. Until next time, whatever you do, live strong, believe in yourself, and love deeply, and the world can only be a better place.